Women in the workplace. Look how far we've come. Just over 100 years ago, it was illegal for a woman to keep the money she earned. Up until the 50s, most married women were not allowed to work. And it wasn't until the 70s that they won the right to equal pay. But the girls of yesterday fought hard for financial freedom and independence, a gift that the girls of today surely treasure.
I would like a job, but I cannot be bothered to get one.
There's a new generation of girls, and they're not exactly grabbing the opportunities their go-getting grannies fought for. In fact, for some, unemployment is a lifestyle choice.
I get money from my mum and my dad and everybody else who has a job in Britain.
19-year-old Sorche Baptiste Williams comes from Hanwell in West London. Expelled from 2 schools, she has no qualifications and is unemployed.
Minimum wage is like £5 something, so if I go into a job, I'm working for nothing and then I'm getting paid nothing, plus because of shitty taxes. So I don't see the point really.
And 20-year-old Zara Moore from Oxford has never had a full-time job.
I spend most of my day in bed, so I've never actually got up in the morning to go to work.
Zara and Sorche have a lot in common. They both sponge off mum and dad.
No, I ain't got on benefits, no. I can't bother to go down there and sign on every week or whatever it is, every 2 weeks.
And barely out of their teens, both Zara and Sorche have decided work is not really their thing.
It's like being a slave. That's what it's really like. You might as well be a slave.
Because I've been turned down so many times, I just think, what's the point in doing it?
But all that is about to change. As for the next week, both girls will be joining the workforce.
Grab this with both hands, right, and make us proud.
They'll take up jobs in the fashion industry for 2 of Britain's toughest bosses. Women who have grafted their way to the top and now reap the rewards of their success.
I could never imagine not working.
Sandy Verdon, creative director of high street giant Hobbs.
I want them looking perfect on her.
And Melissa Oderbash, internationally renowned couture swimwear designer.
I don't like lazy people. I don't care what you do. If you're healthy, you should work.
Can these 2 self-made women convince these girls to get off the sofa, get off benefits and join the workforce?
You really cannot be late again.
Sorche! She has her boyfriend in there, I'll kill her. Get up.
Will the experience be enough to inspire Sorche and Zara to become working girls? It's 9 o'clock in central London and Sorche's body is in shock. She's on her way to work.
I couldn't sleep. I had an anxiety attack.
Sorche's job has not been chosen at random. She doesn't know it yet, but fashion has run in her family for generations. Her female ancestors worked as silk weavers in a silk factory in Wiltshire. But will she be able to hack it in the same industry as her family before her?
I'm just excited because I just want to know what I'm doing now.
Inspecting her CV is Sorche's boss for the next week, swimwear designer Melissa Oderbash.
It's the first time I've had a handwritten CV. Quite surprising. And maybe that part should be chopped off. Just presentation.
Personally, I'm against CVs. And I personally think that you should get to know someone as a person first, rather than look at something that they've done, because it don't prove nothing.
I think she'll be in for a little bit of a surprise how much we work here. I love what I do.
Melissa started out as a model and is now the CEO, designer-in-chief and owner of her own fashion label. She's also a working mum of 2.
Is this the one that Vogue called in for the shoot? I started my business 13 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since.
100 years ago, it was practically unheard of for a woman to run her own fashion house. But women have worked their way up from the factory floor so that today they can be whatever they want to be, as long as they're prepared to work for it.
There was a long, long, hard road to get where I am today.
Hey, that's lovely. Have a look at you.
There's looking at you.
Melissa is a regular on the London party scene, and anyone who's anyone is seen in her swimwear.
Pretty much, I've had every celeb in my things, from Kate Moss to Sienna Miller to Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Cheryl Cole, who I love. Pretty much everyone.
The heart of Melissa's multi-million-pound empire beats in her exclusive London showroom.
I am always working 24/7, or I'm watching people, I'm watching what they're wearing, or I'm going around to see what the trends are. I'm always working.
And she doesn't understand anyone who doesn't share her work ethic.
I hate when people come up with excuses. Well, I can't really find work. Invent something.
It's a big week for Melissa. She's got a pitch to get her collection into Grazia magazine, a huge charity sale at Selfridges, and of course the arrival of her newest recruit, Sorche.
If I could get across one point to her, it would probably be get out there and try. Just, even if you don't believe in yourself, try. I am taking my time out to help you. Appreciate it, and there will be, you know, thousands of girls that would like to be in your situation. I hope I can get that across to her.
I need to go to the toilet. I'm going to wet myself.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
Hi, I'm
Sorche.
Sorche.
Nice to meet you. Hi, Sorche.
Nice to meet you too.
I might forget your name a few times. You just got to remind me.
Okay.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah.
I got your CV this morning. I don't know if you know what I do, but I'm a fashion designer. My brand is Melissa Odebesh. I specialize in swimwear and beachwear, so you'll be working with me for a week. When's the last time you worked?
In May,
How do you support yourself?
my mum, my dad, and job seekers allowance.
Is there a reason why you don't want to work? Is it
Yeah, kind of, because I can't be bothered.
bothered? Is it because it's so easy to get money from your mom and the government?
Just can't be bothered to get up sometimes, but at the same time, I just don't feel like working.
What do you do during the day?
Nothing really. I don't sleep at night time. I sleep during the day.
I'm going to make you work so hard that by 10 o'clock at night you're going to collapse. People think it's all glamorous and everything, but it's not. Like, you know, I started at the bottom, and it's, you know, about building yourself up and getting to the next level. Okay, is there anything you want to tell me about you that I don't know?
I've got a criminal record.
What was the crime for?
Assaulted a police officer.
Wow. And were you drunk?
No, I wasn't
No?
drunk. It was at the beginning of us going out. It was before we even went into the club.
And did you have to go to jail? I mean, did they take you into...
Yeah,
don't know
I
how
got
it works.
arrested and I was on tag.
Wow.
I don't know where Sorche gets her work ethics from. When I got to 15, my mum got me a job in KFC. I stunk of fat. It makes me feel ill, physically ill, that she's not doing anything.
Sorche's parents separated when she was 7, and she's been making the most of having 2 different cash supplies.
She goes to me, oh, can I borrow 20 quid? And I give her 20 quid, and I don't get it back. So, you know, I'm not going to borrow it you again, and then you're going to get the hump with me. Then just go over to your dad and ask him for it, and you'll get it. So it doesn't, you know, it is a financial strain.
I don't think my dad's ever said no to me. And if he did, I don't know, I'd probably start crying or something.
But with her mum pushed to the limit and her whole family increasingly reluctant to support her, it's crunch time for Sorche.
I shouldn't have to give her anything. She should be able to go to work and have her own money to do what she wants with it. You know, I shouldn't have to buy her nothing.
I know they're going to cut me off soon, I can feel it. I get my benefits on a Tuesday, and Tuesday's student night, and the drinks are really cheap, but then by the end of the night I've got like £10, and I'm like, oh.
And Sorche's party lifestyle has had a dramatic effect on her life. She's been arrested 8 times for fighting while drunk.
I worry about her all the time. Every time she leaves the house, I worry about her. I worry that what she's going to get up to. Is she going to get arrested? Is she going to get arrested? Is she going to get arrested? And it's horrible because she don't do anything else.
And having assaulted a police officer in 2009, she now has a criminal record.
As soon as I hear that a job's doing a CRB check, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Even though Sorche has not re-offended since she was tagged, it's still holding her back.
It's not like I've just, oh, she got arrested for being drunk. It's like I assaulted a police officer, so obviously they're going to say, oh, she don't respect authority.
With her mum barely able to support her and her criminal record threatening to ruin her employment chances forever, at just 19, Sorche's future is already looking bleak.
I don't want her to live like this. If she doesn't do something now, the way things have been going, like, you know, had been going, she'll end up in jail.
This week of work could be Sorche's last chance to get her life back on track. So what does Melissa make of Sorche's criminal record?
I think everyone deserves a chance, and I think people change, and you know, you've got to give everyone equal chances, and I think if we do, be a lot less unemployed people. Come in. This is Daniela.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
And this is Peter. And you will be sitting here.
With hardly anyone prepared to employ her, how does Sorche feel about the lifeline Melissa has given her?
I'm looking forward to it a bit. Not that much. Probably not looking forward to it more than I am. So I'm not. I don't even know.
I think she's going to love it. I think at the end of the day, she just needs guidance. And, you know, as tough as she's trying to be, and, you know, she has this front on her, you know. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a challenging week, but I think it's going to be a good week.
It's not like ugly betting, is it?
Working in a top fashion house is an opportunity that millions of girls would give their right arm for.
2 boxes of the nigiri and salmon nigiri, and then a salad.
And job one for fashion interns the world over? Go get lunch.
I felt like a sellout. I feel like I'm some run around. Do you know what I mean? I've never got someone's lunch for in my life. Hi, Mummy. Yeah, I'm working with some woman called Melissa. Fuck, I can't remember her second name. Begins with an O. She like does all the stars, you know. Mary J. But the bikini cost £135. The bikini cost £135. I've been sent out there to get sushi. They sent me to the shop to get sushi. But anyway, I'm going back to work. No, I'm joking. Bye.
Also about to embark on a week in the fashion industry is unemployed Zara from Oxford. She lives at home with her mum and dad and has never had a full-time job. For Zara, every day is pretty much the same. Get woken up by mum at 1 p.m. in the afternoon.
Come on, Zara. It's 1 o'clock. I'm talking to you.
Sit around the house.
She doesn't do anything. Nothing.
Argue with mum about money.
I hear it every day, Mum. It's what I know you. I've got it. Shut up. I've got it, yeah?
Get money, bingo. Go to the pub with friends. For 20-year-old unemployed Zara, every day is pretty much the same.
You're a joke. How are you going to get a job? I just think, what am I actually getting up for? I honestly ain't got a motivation to do it.
Since leaving school at 16 with low grades, Zara has been living at home, and while her sister left for university, she stayed behind.
I think a little part of her does expect to fail. When she was at school, one of her teachers was very horrible to her and horrible about her. One of them said that she was dim or stupid or something. That just stopped her completely. She just needs to believe in herself a bit more. She just needs to build up her confidence somehow.
I've never had a real job.
Because no one wants me. And to be honest, I haven't actually been trying because no one wants me.
But Zara's lack of a job is putting a huge strain on the family finances.
We're not very solvent at all.
We both work part-time.
Because Kevin's disabled. And I've worked part-time since the children were small, really. So we're trying to feed 3 people on two people's part-time money, and it's very difficult.
People live on benefits, but then still, I don't bother. I just borrow it off my mum. She's my benefit.
If she carries on the way she's going here, she won't be living here, because we can't afford to keep her. And I'm being serious there, it's no joke, basically. No joke at all.
Despite the threat of being chucked out hanging over her, Zara has completely given up on any kind of future for herself.
Recently I haven't been trying at all, to be honest, because I just don't see the point.
Aged only 20, Zara is about to find herself with no money and no home. Zara is headed to London to start her week's work. She really cannot afford to waste this final opportunity to sort her life out.
I feel scared.
She'll be working for high street retailer Hobbs. She doesn't know it yet, but just like Sorche, fashion's in her blood. Her female ancestors worked in shops and factories in London and Worcester, making gloves, hats and high-end fabrics. And Zara is about to follow in her family's footsteps.
It's not clothes shopping yet. It's got... Oh. I don't like it.
Meet Zara's new boss.
I could never imagine not working. I can't think of anything worse than vegetating on the sofa and having no ambition.
Sandy Verdon is the creative director of high-end fashion label Hobbs. Sandy has continued the legacy of the women who went before her, who battled for equal pay in a male-dominated industry, so that today a woman can lead a business. 100 years ago, that was unthinkable.
If you can take the hip in a little bit more.
She has worked for top retail brands French Connection, Next and Jaeger before joining Hobbs.
As a boss, I've had to be very tough. This is a very fast-moving industry and I want to be the best. What she could learn from me is determination, of the fact that you can come from nothing and make something of your life. Hi, Zara.
Hi.
Hi, please come in, sit down. I'm Sandy Verdon, and you're going to be working with me in fashion retail for the next week.
Okay.
Tell me something about yourself.
I don't know. I can't do this sort of thing.
Well,
I don't know how to like...
Okay, well, let me ask you a few questions then. So how do you spend your days?
Just get up about 1 and then that's it.
You get up at 1?
Yeah.
I've done half a day's work by then. You know, it sounds to me that you are quite lazy as a person. You don't get up and go out.
I haven't got a job. That's why I'm lazy.
Okay. How do you get any money?
Off my mum.
Doesn't that make you feel guilty?
No.
Your mother's always had a job.
Yeah.
So why can't you?
Because there's nothing there.
And what was different for her?
It was easier back then, wasn't it?
Why would it have been easier?
Because there's no like credit crunch or fucking the other thing or whatever. It's just easier.
Oh, Zara, you cannot give up. You really just can't give up.
And it's just not got me anywhere, so...
You're not going to get away with that the week that you work for me. Because I don't have anybody working for me who is lazy. I am going to be watching you every minute of the day. You really can't let me down, and more importantly, you can't let yourself down on this. I find it incredibly frustrating that a young woman has no desire to work hard at getting a job.
Sanders, she's a bit bossy, isn't she? She was like, proper like getting stressy and that. I never thought I'd be working in fashion. I would never choose to work in fashion, ever.
She doesn't have, on the one hand, the confidence, but on the other hand is just so bone idle. But I think there is something in there. I think we can get more out of her.
At the end of the week, Sandy and her team are opening a flagship store for a new fashion line, and everything Zara does this week will be working towards the launch. Her first job is assisting the marketing department. Task 1, goodie bags.
For our VIP launch party on Thursday, we're going to be giving out goodie bags.
Okay.
And we want to do 100.
This is more boring than what I usually do. And I don't even do anything.
Do you work at the moment, or do you? No. So what would you be doing?
Nothing.
It's lunchtime. Normally, Zara would still be in bed.
I actually hate it. It's not my thing at all. I'm texting my mates about that woman, the boss. I said I don't like the boss. And they said they were all stuck up in that. But I don't really want to go back, to be honest.
Zara might not want to go back, but with her mum about to throw her out, she has no choice but to. So, can she cope with the demands of a 9-to-5 life? 7 days of early starts, office tasks and shop work.
Would you wear any of it?
No.
Does not make you want to go shopping?
No, really not.
Zara has been given what a lot of girls would consider to be a dream job, looking through the recent catwalks and identifying next season's trends.
It's boring. It's just fashion.
We're trying to convert you.
Yeah, you'll be converted.
Doubtful.
Zara does have a slight attitude problem. Kind of felt maybe you should be a bit more positive.
Okay, see you later.
Hi, Zara. You can go home now.
Okay.
Thank you very much for today. You've done all the tasks you were asked, and I'd like to see you tomorrow at 8:45. So you think you can do that? You can get up for that?
Maybe.
Only maybe.
Yeah.
Can't be more positive than that.
No. See ya.
She left a bad taste in the room. People don't behave like that in a team of people. How rude. She's never going to get a job or keep a job if she has an attitude like that.
It's Sorche's second day following in the footsteps of her female ancestors in the fashion industry. So far today, she's been out on errands and sorted stock for the Selfridges sale at the end of the week. And the rest of the day, it's going to be pants.
That might be clean.
Melissa is sorting out swimwear that has been returned from photo shoots.
Look at that. I mean, the nerve of them to return that. Gross.
It's Sorche's job to clean them.
Fill the sink up in the bathroom just with some warm water and use the hand soap and just make sure they're clean, and then you can just lay them out to dry and it'll be fine. I'll see if I can find a towel so I can do anything.
Okay.
Thanks so much, Anne.
Sorche might not be thrilled about cleaning dirty swimwear, but every single fashion intern starts at the bottom.
Just like Sorche, I started working here as an intern, and as part of my role it was washing the samples, making sure they were clean. The opportunity to work with Melissa, it doesn't come often. Loads of girls try to come and get internships with us. Girls want to work in the fashion industry, so you have to be prepared to do anything.
An important part of Melissa's business is promoting her brand by lending her swimwear to celebrities for shoots, so there are always VIP clients popping in.
Lisa's downstairs, so hello. when she comes, if you can just open the door for her and let her in. Just tell her to sit down, that we'd be coming in.
They can fucking piss. There's about 9 people here, but I'm everything. Dickheads.
Today, model and presenter Lisa Butcher is coming in, and it's Sorche's job to look after her.
Is Melissa here? Yeah. Hey, Melissa. Alice. How are you? Like you. Thank you. Oh, it's fabulous. She had that for a photo shoot. Afterwards, you can hang it up. That's what she wants anything to drink. Anything to drink? I'd love a drink, yes, thank you. Can I have a glass of water?
She's an intern. She's learning the ins and outs of fashion at the moment.
Oh, really? Yeah, exactly, exactly. Excellent. Oh, it's a one piece. It's fabulous. Thank you. You can have it. Can you pull that leather-looking dress over there? Amazing. Yeah. So we're going to make the sample up, but the white is more, it's not as tapered as the blacks. Exactly. And if they need a caftan, I'll throw one in when the editor calls up for the shoot. Well, lovely seeing you guys. Good luck with the rest of your week here. Hope Smile. It goes well.
At the end of this week, there's a celeb-studded charity sale at Selfridges. If Sorche proves herself to Melissa, she'll let her be involved. But has Sorche got the staying power?
The bikinis cost £135. In Primark they cost like £5, and it basically looks the same. So it's really pointless. But it just shows that anyone can do anything, because you could just get a piece of material and draw a little skirt and say, oh yeah, let me sell this for £300 and make a little name, Sorche Jean Baptiste. It sounds like quite an easy job. You didn't even have to have a talent for it, really. My job seekers is less every 2 weeks than how much her bikinis cost. It's ridiculous, really.
It's 8:45 a.m. in London's Covent Garden, and boss Sandy is expecting her newest recruit Zara to arrive at any minute.
I'm really tired, Squadded. I'm going to be there at 8:45, and I think it's about that now, isn't it?
It's Zara's second day working in the industry of her ancestors, who had absolutely no choice but to make it to work on time. At 9:45, Zara finally shows up for work. She is an hour late.
Hi. Good morning, Zara. I asked you to be here at 8:45. It's now 9:45. You've let me down, you've let yourself down, and you've let all the staff down. You really cannot be late again.
Everyone who works at the store must wear something from the collection. Shop manager Louisa and personal stylist Ritesh are on hand to transform Zara.
Say something like this?
No,
then,
I ain't wearing that. I'm like a proper idiot. So I ain't gonna wear it. Just go home.
But we need to hurry up, because we need to get you on the shop floor selling. Because otherwise there's no point you being here.
No point in being here then, is there?
Well, if that's what you want to do, then that's up to you. That's, you know, a pretty defeatist attitude to be taking.
we've been trying to style Zara now for 40 minutes. That's what I'd like to do with her right now.
Over an hour later, and Zara has finally agreed to wear a £350 outfit. But is she really making the most of this last opportunity to change her life for good?
It's really boring.
Could you look at me? All the time that you took of the staff's time of being off the shop floor, we would have lost £2,000 in that time.
You didn't have to, did they?
Well, of course they did.
They didn't have to at all.
You know, your colleagues are trying to support you. It's all about learning to do things that you don't particularly want to do. You know, I got here this morning, I was picking chewing gum up off the step that had been left there last night. Not particularly a job that I love doing, but it's part of the job. All I'm asking from you, Zara, is that you do things with enthusiasm.
And she has actually really got to me. I don't know what it is. She's just like really, really doing my head in. Just the way she looks and acts and thinks she runs the place. I know she does, but she takes it like too far.
She clearly does not like authority whatsoever, and I need to find the root of that. She's quite lacking in confidence. It's very, very complex, and I don't think we've even scratched the surface yet.
I actually don't want to do this job. I do not want to come back here at all, ever.
Zara might not be inspired by the world of fashion, but without it, she wouldn't exist. She's on her way to a house around the corner from Hobbs' head office to find out just how crucial fashion is to her family. She's meeting Jamie Broom, the programme's history researcher. Jamie has spent months tracing Zara's family tree and has followed their migration from Carlisle to London. He's discovered that in 5 generations of her family, Zara is the very first woman not to have a job.
So I've been looking at your family history in great detail. As you can see, we've got lots of people all working in the fashion industry. You know, they're all quite kind of creative roles they've got here. I mean, there's 8 people there in just this part of the tree going back to the beginning of the 19th century. Do you recognise any of the names there?
Yeah.
Is that the only one?
Yeah, please one. I knew my great-nan, Molly.
Yeah?
I've got Molly, my great-nan, tattooed on my foot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Molly, can you see it or not?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Molly's mother, Zara's great-great-granny, was a woman called Hia Cocton. In the early 1900s, she left her home and family and travelled to London to work in a textiles company.
Now, she is born in Cumberland in Carlisle, so it's pretty much as far away as you can get from where we are now in London. And this young girl, maybe as young as 15, has travelled from Carlisle to London, got herself a job. I mean, she'd have had very little contact with her family, so...
I couldn't do it.
No.
No way. I couldn't even do it now.
No. How old are you?
20.
So she may have done this as young as 16.
The women in Zara's family would have had to work 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, sewing and creating garments for the fashionistas of the day. As women working in a man's industry, they had to be highly skilled and work hard to prove themselves.
Does it make you think about the kind of person she might have been?
Yeah, like very independent and like want to go out there and do it, like get money and get a good life for herself.
And then in 1914 she has a child. So I've actually got the birth certificate for her daughter here.
Yeah, Molly, my great-nan.
So this Molly got tattooed on your foot. She's the daughter of this very confident girl who's come to London. And we've also got the address where the family are living at when she's born.
St Mark's Crescent.
Yeah, it says number 15, St Mark's Crescent. That's where we are now.
Oh my God.
So this house that we're sitting in now was the house that your ancestors were living in.
That's mad.
It's put a little shiver down your spine, doesn't it?
It's really weird. I keep looking around, I don't know why.
Hopefully these guys will inspire you. If they could do it, I'm sure you can.
Maybe, like, I've never been like a confident person, but I've never well I have, but I've never shown it, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I don't know, right. I know I've got it in me.
Yeah.
But I've never...
shown it.
Yeah. I've never thought there was like fashion in my family history, really. But there is, they've all done it. It's got me thinking a lot, actually. My great-nan's mum, like, come down by herself. It's got me thinking, like if people like that, like, she can do it, what's stopping me from doing it?
So Zara is finally finding some inspiration for work. But Sorche certainly isn't. Over in central London, Melissa is on the warpath. Her newest employee is over 2 hours late.
I'm too comfortable to leave right now. Oh, really? Huh, perfect. Sorche? 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 I can see if there's a light on. No? She's inside with somebody. If she has her boyfriend in there, I'll kill her. Sorche? I feel like a mother doing this. Hello? I can hear you. Hello, it's me. Are you dressed?
It's not Sorche.
It's not Sorche.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my God, it stinks in here.
That's rude.
It might be rude, but I thought she was with her boyfriend. You blew me off today. You're in trouble. We missed all our morning meetings.
It's the first time I've slept because I don't like sleeping in the room by myself.
So you called her in the middle of the night to come over because you couldn't sleep alone? She's a nice friend. She shows up to keep you company.
I'm sorry for, you know, our ladies.
You don't have to apologize for her. She has to apologize. Everyone's responsible for their own actions, you know? I understand someone oversleeps, but I don't understand not getting the phone call to tell me, sorry.
With the day a write-off, it's a setback for Sorche, who is running out of opportunities to get her life back on track.
I have tons of things I would rather be doing today than going to a hotel to wake up a 19-year-old kid that should be responsible by now. Can't you pull it together for 1 week? It's such a simple thing. I can't forgive her for a stupid thing like that, because all it takes is a phone call.
Sorche might be unable to drag herself out of bed, but she's about to find out that laziness does not run in the family. She's travelling to a silk mill to meet Jamie, who has done some in-depth research into her hard-working female ancestors.
Hello, Sorche. How you doing?
Hi.
I'm Jamie. Come take a seat. I've got some family history to tell you about.
Just like Zara, fashion is in Sorche's blood. Jamie has traced her family back for 8 generations. She's from the West Indies on her mum's side and the West Country on her dad's. And in 200 years, Sorche is the only woman on the tree not to work.
I've looked at one branch of the family called the Clarks, which is on your dad's side. And we've got here a lady called Mary Clark, who is your great-great-great-great-grandmother. And she was born sort of nearly 200 years ago. And it's her and 4 of her daughters I want to tell you about. As you can see, these 5 people, they're all involved in silk, so it's the fashion industry that they're involved in.
Sorche's female ancestors worked in a busy silk mill over 100 years ago. These women worked over 80 hours a week for the equivalent of less than £100. Despite these conditions, 2 of her great-great-great-aunts worked their way up to become silk weavers, the highest skilled job in the factory.
They'd have started at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, 6.5 days a week they'd have worked. And then they would have then worked all through the whole day and they wouldn't have finished till maybe 6 or 7 o'clock.
I'm probably awake at 5, but for the wrong reasons.
You just haven't been to sleep.
Yeah.
How do you think you'd feel if you had to work all those hours?
I wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, today we have the option not to do it, you know. If I'm out of work, if you're out of work, we can sign on, get job seekers. But for this lot, there wasn't an option, so if they didn't feel like getting out of bed one day, they'd have lost their job and they'd have starved. Does that make you feel at all differently about the job you're doing at the moment or working yourself?
It don't make me feel differently about the job that I'm doing because they didn't have a choice to do anything else, really, than to do that.
The position you are in life, where you live, who you are, is all down to kind of what's happened in your family's past, I guess. But you still don't find it that interesting?
No. I'm just happy I didn't live then.
It's day 3 in Zara's fashion internship, and learning about the independent women in her family history has got Zara thinking about what's been holding her back.
Yeah, I was about 14, and then it was parents' evening, and this teacher said to me and my parents that I was basically dumb, really, like worthless sort of thing, like I never make anything of my life and stuff like that. I just thought, actually, maybe I am dumb, and then, do you know what I mean? Didn't try anything. So I thought I'd get like, oh no, that's wrong, sort of thing. I just didn't try. But now I've actually thought about it. My family done it, so why can't I?
The last time Zara saw boss Sandy, there was a breakdown in communication, but today she has arrived at work on time.
Morning, Zara. How are you today?
I'm alright, thanks.
Good.
I didn't mean to, yesterday when I was at Attitude and that, I didn't mean it to be aimed at you and stuff. It was just annoying because I've heard it all before, but I didn't mean to, upset you or make you feel
No, you didn't upset me. I just don't want you to let yourself down, you know.
No, but I actually want to do this. I want to get on and do it.
Good.
I didn't mean to, it come across like I didn't want to do it and stuff,
Is that an apology?
Yeah.
Okay, apology accepted. Let's onwards and upwards now. No, I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't think that was very easy for her to do, and probably something that she's not been able to do easily in the past. So it's a fantastic result.
I don't really usually apologise to people, but I didn't really mind it because, like, she had taken her time out to help me out and stuff, so I felt like I needed to.
We can't give up on her. We really cannot give up on her. And I'm determined not to, but I was very close to it yesterday.
At the end of the week, Sandy and her team are opening a flagship store for a brand new fashion range. With just days to go until the launch, it's all hands on deck.
I just burnt my thumb then.
Try not to steam your hands. Steam the garment.
Hobbs' in-house designers Danny and Dean are busy putting finishing touches to the new collection.
Are you any good at drawing?
Mm-hmm.
They're giving Zara the chance to have a crack at the artwork for the launch.
Just kind of really rough sketches. What do you reckon?
Yep.
Cool.
I ain't drawn for like 4 years.
How are you getting on?
Alright.
Blimey, that's good. And quick. That's really nice.
Yeah, I really like the kind of sketchy aspect of this. It's really nice, and you've got the shape perfect.
Nice, good job.
Really
Keep
good.
going.
It's nice for someone to, like, say that I've done good in my work and stuff. It makes a change.
Impressed with her artwork, Sandy has asked Zara to design a sign to be displayed at tomorrow's launch of the new store.
Hey, is that it? Wow. That is great. That is just what I wanted. Thank you very, very much.
And this week I'm just proving to myself that I can do things if I try. Because before I'm just like, oh no, I'm not doing it, and I don't do it. But now I'm actually trying, and I know I'm proving to myself that I can do it, and proving to everyone else I can do it. Well, like, I never thought about me being creative, like, but now I've like, it's actually in my blood now. Like, I've actually thought about it. My family done it, so, and it's in me as well. It's really weird. Like, I didn't realise it was in me, but now I do. I've just never pushed myself far enough to realise like what I could do, sort of thing.
Zara might be throwing herself into work, but on the other side of London, Sorche definitely isn't, and Melissa wants to know why.
It's like there's a shield, and inside she's still a little kid. She's still young and needs someone just to guide her and give her back that innocence. If I can, I'll try and help her.
After yesterday's no-show, Sorche has some explaining to do.
When I got kicked out of my first school, I was the goodest person. Like, I never got in trouble once, and the whole time I was in that school, never got excluded, nothing. And then I had a fight after school, and then they kicked me out straight away.
Why did you have the fight after school if you were a very good person?
Because the girl started on me, she hit me, and I had to fight back, and I got arrested.
Again?
That was the first time I got arrested when I was 13.
You forgot to tell me that.
And then I went to school the next day. They made me sit in isolation for the whole day, and then they was like, right, you're excluded for 23 days. So then I left, yeah, went home. 23 days was like, my mum phoned them saying, can she come back? They was like, no. She was like, but she hasn't had a governor's hearing or nothing. Well, we don't want her back in the school. We're going to transfer her. I haven't got any trust for anyone.
No excuse. You know, you have to learn to become focused on something and then just stick to that.
I don't believe in teaching people by yelling and screaming and making them cry and proving myself to them. It's all about having patience and teaching them. I'm just going to be so super kind to her and so nice that it will break her, and then she'll want to work.
As part of her new plan to encourage Sorche, Melissa's decided to teach her how to pitch.
Hi, I'm Sorche. Very nice to meet you. I'm here to show you Melissa Edrush's collection. I've been working with her for a week.
This afternoon they're going to Grazia magazine to try and get a couple of pages in next month's issue.
Why don't you just choose your 4 favorites that you think you'll remember?
I'm going to start off with the sailor.
Oh, I love sailor stories.
Basically, I don't know what to say.
So here's a bikini, a triangle
basically,
bikini.
Here's a
just
triangle.
Look at it when you're saying
Here's a triangle bikini, which is really nice. It suits any skin complexion. It looks good on anyone.
Oh, I like that.
And if you don't like this bikini, you could always go for this one. the bandeau bikini with padding in it, but you can take the padding out.
You can take the pads
You
out.
can take the padding out if you don't like padding.
She did amazing. Well done. I'm very impressed. You remembered everything right away. Well done. Good. Let's go. Hope she doesn't let me down.
Pitch rehearsal over, but can Sorche deliver at Grazia when it really counts?
Hi. You got it?
How are you?
Hi.
I'm Hannah.
Hi, Melissa. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
Hi,
I'm
Sophie.
Sorche.
Hi, I'm Sorche.
Hi, Sorche.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sophie. How are you?
So there's this triangle bikini, which is really nice, and this one is the snake print one. And yeah, it's quite original. No one else really does this.
No.
It's melted, metallic. Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's fine to go underwater?
Yeah.
I love that.
What style sells best?
Yeah, this one is it's a swim cushion, but it has a tummy tuck thing underneath and some knickers.
Yeah, that one's one of my best sellers. We just bought a few core pieces that we both chose together, what we thought would be, you know, good for Grazia magazine.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, thank you.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. I'm really proud. She did it well. And she remembered things that I didn't even remember about, you know, the tummy tucker thing, and she was good. I taught her well. Yeah.
Back at Oderbash HQ, after her pitch-perfect performance at Grazia, Melissa's decided to give Sorche a much bigger role in tomorrow's charity sale at Selfridges.
You did really well. I'm really proud. I think I'll have a lie-in tomorrow, and I'm going to make you work the first hour, and I'll show up the second hour.
Okay.
Yeah. And you set up the table for the sale.
Is it going to be me by myself? Someone else going to be there?
Helping you?
Yeah.
No. It's going to be a really good thing for you to see. There's lots and lots of celebs going to be there. You excited? Yeah? I think she's slowly coming out of her shell, and I think she's really excited. So let's see what happens.
It's early morning in London, and at Hobbs headquarters, Zara has made it to her last day following in the footsteps of her ancestors working in the fashion industry. Today is the VIP store opening, and Zara is in on time,
Speed up a bit. We've got 20 minutes.
working hard,
Well done.
and even indulging in some office banter.
Could you read my star sign?
What are you?
Capricorn.
At times you felt you were just tagging along for the ride, but the seeds of positive change are being planted now. The Sun and Mercury bring fresh opportunities and fresh faces. Everything is on the move, and with a bit of cosmic luck, you'll keep momentum going. Apt.
The store opening is a big occasion for Sandy and Zara, whose artwork will be on display at the launch.
This is what Zara's put together today. Right, pride of place. So,
Just 7 days ago, Zara spent her days in bed because she didn't have a reason to get up in the morning. Today, she is part of a team opening a flagship store for a major new fashion brand.
this is a really fantastic day. She has done so much towards the opening of the store. I can't believe it. What happened to that uncommunicative girl that arrived last Friday? She has blossomed. She's smiling today. Yeah!
In her role as hostess for the evening, it's Zara's job to be outgoing, confident and work the room.
Fabulous, darling. Would you like a champagne pepper? Would you like a goodie bag? Oh, that's fabulous.
Give her a drink. Zara, come and have a drink.
I'm just going.
Oh, okay, work first.
That's what we got, work first, fantastic.
Well, I'll leave her to it then.
Just go get another one for you.
Massive change in Zara, absolutely massive.
She's more confident now that she's chatting to the guys, something she wouldn't have done before. It's a shame she's not with us longer.
It's the end of the night and the end of Zara's week as a working girl.
You've done an amazing amount of things in the last week that I never ever, meeting you last Friday, thought that you would ever do.
It's been like a good experience. Like, some things have been like, actually, like, I can't stand, like, and you obviously know that because I've moaned and moaned, but then there's some things that I actually really enjoy.
Well, I've got something that I want to give to you, and it's something that I hope keeps your interest and your passion in creativity.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Pleasure. You deserve it.
I just feel like I can actually like go out and get a job now, and like, I don't know, it just made me feel better.
Brilliant.
Like I'm actually going to go home and like
brilliant
do my CV and stuff, and actually look for a job.
Yeah. So well done. I'm so proud of you. She's done it. She's done it just to prove to herself that she wasn't worthless. My heart goes with her. I really want her to succeed.
Art stuff. That's actually really nice. Sandy is a really nice person. I do really appreciate what she's done for me and stuff. Like, I'm actually quite looking forward to going home. Me and my mum won't argue and stuff, so because I'll actually be looking for work and trying to get work, and not just sat in the house all day doing nothing. And I'm going to help her out and stuff as well, so she can't moan at me anymore.
Over in London's West End, it's Sorche's last day working for couture swimwear designer Melissa Oderbash. Yesterday, Melissa put all her trust in Sorche to set up her stand at the Selfridges charity sale. But will Sorche turn up or let her down again?
How the hell am I supposed to know where I'm going?
All the celebrity store holders are in and already setting up, but Sorche's quick to get stuck in.
So you need one of these, and would you like to wear my hat? I think it'd look better on you. Okay. Good luck.
Is that the one from me?
Thank you.
Sorche's been hard at work for an hour.
Never done something like this in my life. I don't think I would have got up if Melissa never motivated me.
Oh, and the madhouse is gonna begin. Oh my gosh. Good girl. Good girl. Look at that. An entirely different person. Look at that. I've never seen you smiling and laughing so hard in the morning. That is a good sign.
Yeah.
Look at that smile on her face.
With the crowds gathering outside, the doors finally open and the sale begins.
Lots of bikinis, kaftans, bargain. She's doing a good job. She's learning how to do it. Okay, so 25 for the kaftans, 20 for swim.
Or you should make them 25 and 2 for 45.
Did you hear how smart she is? Hello? She is learning. She's like 1 for 25 or 2 for 40. Now that's a girl that's learning. Okay, you write that.
This week is the first week of work that Sorche has undertaken since her arrest in 2009.
She is a new person today.
At the beginning of the week, her trust in authority was at an all-time low, and she never thought she could enjoy a job.
It's really good. It's really fun. Maybe this is the career I want to be, a car boot salesperson. If someone treats me with respect, I respect their back. And she showed me nothing but respect, and she's a lovely woman.
Right, dude? It's all about making a bargain.
It's the end of the sale, and Sorche has finished her week as a working girl in style.
Oh my goodness, I'm exhausted.
Over at Oderbash Towers, it's time to say goodbye.
Thank you for this experience. I really appreciate everything you've done for me in the last
pleasure.
week. You've actually kind of changed my life.
I mean, for me, you're a totally different person in a week. It's unbelievable. Do you like work?
Yeah. I
Good.
kind of want to get a job now. I don't want to just sit at home.
High five me. High five me.
Do nothing.
So you know what? Hard work does pay off. There's always going to be something good at the end of the road.
Yeah, thank you. You really have changed my life, and I'm so happy that I've done this and I got you.
I'm so proud.
I love her, I swear. She didn't speak down to me at all, and she didn't disrespect me. She showed me respect, and she treated me like an equal person. Like, she didn't make me feel below her.
For me, I get more satisfaction out of this than I do making bikinis, you know? I've done something. I've changed someone's life. So for me, it's much more than putting a perfect swimsuit on a body, you know? So this is what gives me satisfaction.
I'm going to get a job. No matter what it is, I'm going to get a job. Just something until I figure out what I actually want to do with my life. Tomorrow is the last time I will sign on. I won't sign on again.
Following her week of work, Sorche has moved out of home and is now living independently of her mum. She is actively looking for work. Before Zara leaves London for home, she has one final stop she wants to make.
Just like knowing that like my great-great-grand like come down. It is a bit weird, like, I don't know, thinking that they were here. She must have worked hard for what she got. Yeah, I do want to like get a proper job and be able to like pay my own way and get my own place and just live properly, like be independent. I could do anything if I tried it.
Since leaving Hobbs, Zara has enrolled in college to study to become a care worker. She gets up at 7 a.m. every day. Next time.
It is not right to be on job seekers allowance if you can work and you're able to.
So shut your mouth and mop the floor.
You can see all of that next Thursday at 9. One of our mentors, Sandy Verdon, talks to us about why she wanted to get involved in the show. To have a read, go online to the BBC Three website and click blog. Later tonight, it's anything but your average 9 to 5 as we clock in with the Lunch Monkeys for the final time at 10:30.